Hello everyone, today we are going to be going over all of the upcoming Prismatics, theorising which Prismatics are going to be coming next, and all of the Prismatic Monsters that are going to be releasing one after another, which one is going to come next and the next one after, if that makes sense, and which ones have been teased so far. Now Prismatics have very different designs to their normal counterparts, so it is going to be quite hard for us to determine which Prismatic may be next, but I am going to do my best and we will see if it's correct or not. Again though, this is really up to what Big Blue Bubble has done with the designs, and it's hard for me to predict what exactly each monster could look like as a Prismatic. As we've seen with Tweedle and Furcorn, designs can be so different, and they've not really put many features on the teasers that we have got, so it is quite hard to figure out which ones could be coming next. But anyway, we are going to break down which ones I think will be coming next and theorising what exactly is going on at Big Blue Bubble and which Prismatics are going to be coming. So let's get started. Currently, we are on update 2.1. As of update 2.1, we have 4 Prismatics confirmed until the next update. We have had Prismatic Tweedle now. So Prismatic Tweedle is off the list now, so we only have 3 Prismatics left until the next update. Prismatics so far have been quite scattered. We had a double element and then a single element, Toe Jammer, and then a single element being Tweedle, and then of course a double element at the start was Furcorn. So it has been really scattered, so there's no sort of pattern at all, so it's hard to determine what exactly could be coming, like I've said. So if we go on the portal in Dawn of Fire, we can see numbers for what monsters we have and don't have. Now, I think they tried to cover them up with the map. If you have a look, the Prismatics are missing from the map now, and it doesn't reveal the actual number count. That's probably because they were trying to hide what Prismatics are coming next, but unfortunately, it has been left on the portal, so we can work out which ones are going to be coming. So if we go on over to the portal in Dawn of Fire currently, it actually shows the number of monsters available on each island. I think Big Blue Bubble intentionally took them off the map so that it led us astray and we couldn't work out which Prismatics were going to come next, but they have unfortunately left them on the portal, so we can work out what Prismatics are going to be coming. It would be really hard if not, just looking at the teasers, but luckily Big Blue Bubble has forgot something probably, so we are quite lucky in that regard. Anyway, so for Party Island currently, it says 41 monsters are going to be available. Now we only have 23 of those 41 right now. So what this means is there are 3 Prismatics left to come to Party Island in this update as we have gone over. So all 3 of the upcoming monsters go to Party Island. So that's something to keep into account there, isn't it? How do we know that? Well, each Prismatic has 6 variants. So if we put that into consideration, that means 18 beds. 41 take away 18 is 23. Then we have Space Island. There is currently 45 monsters meant to go to Space Island, and that means that 2 Prismatics are meant to come to Space Island because 12 variants in total. Take away 45 is 33 what we're left with. Let's ignore the 23 out of 25 on Cloud Island. That's just because I didn't get 2 of the Prismatic Tweedles yet. Anyway, and then on Cave Island, we have 1 Prismatic left to come. So on Cave Island, that is because 22 take away 6 is 16, because there's 6 variants for 1 Prismatic. That makes sense. So that is good. All well and good. So from that, we know now that each Prismatic goes to Party Island, so therefore 2 Prismatics go to Party Island and Space Island, and then 1 Prismatic goes to Party Island and Cave Island, and therefore it reduces the amount of Prismatics that could possibly be coming next. So let's delve into which Prismatics it could actually be now. So from knowing that 2 Prismatics are going to Party and Space Island, this means that Party and Space Island, the Prismatics coming next for them 2 islands, must be either Noggin, Potbelly or Stog, because we've already had Furcorn go to Party and Space Island. So Furcorn's off the list, so it's either Noggin, Potbelly or Stog, as those are the only monsters that go to both Party and Space Island. So therefore, the two upcoming prismatics that go to Party and Space Island must be either Noggin, Potbelly or Stog, as we've mentioned. So I get teleporting those. I'd advise you guys to teleport the ones that are most likely from this video first, and then teleport the least likely, just so you're safe. And I'd do it before they release, so it gives you a lot of time to get the prismatic monsters. However, please keep watching till the end, because I am going to give you guys a guide to help you guys get the prismatic monsters there and know which ones are going to be coming next. So please watch till the end and you'll be able to get the guide and know which ones exactly to teleport, because later in the video we are going to be going over which ones are going to be releasing when, so make sure to just stay tuned. These videos, what I'm going to make about upcoming prismatics, I imagine will really help you guys be able to teleport prismatics that are potentially going to be coming before they release, because I imagine that sometimes we may not get it 100% accurate, but I'm going to assume that sometimes we will get it 100% accurate too. So I'm not saying I am going to be accurate at all in this video. I could be like 40% correct, but even 40% correct and you getting them monsters over is going to make a load of difference in your game when it takes ages to teleport monsters, and you could be doing it now, especially with leveling up. Also, we have the monster that must go to Party and Cave Island. So that monster can either be Kana, Quibble or Mammoth. So it's one of those three. So there's 3 candidates. Now, because there's 2 coming for Party and Space Island and 1 coming for Party and Cave Island, this therefore means to mix up the schedule, Big Blue Bubble is going to likely release the Party and Space Island one next, whatever one they choose to come next, then the Party and Cave Island one, and then the Party and Space Island one. So they're going to do it in that order. So let's bear that in mind for later, because I think I have a theory on the release date of some when we break it down a bit more. Now, we have gone over what monster candidates it could potentially be. So if you want to be really prepared for the future prismatics, you could teleport all of those over. But we also have teasers on the loading screen for upcoming prismatics. Now, let's go over these. So to the left of the loading screen, we have Prismatic Tweedle. Now, Prismatic Tweedle is to the left, and as we know on timelines go left to right. So I'm going to make an assumption here and say that they're going in order across the logo, and therefore the next prismatic to release is the blue one poking up, and therefore that must either be Noggin, Potbelly or Stog, because as we've gone over, a Party and Space Island one must come next, followed by the Party and Cave one, then the Party and Space. So the blue one is a Party and Space monster. The petal-like thing poking out of the logo must be a Party and Cave one, and then the tongue must be a Party and Space, which actually took me by surprise because I thought it was more, but apparently not. They're trying to throw us off. So guys, that is why I said in the update video, if you remember, I need to theorize about this and break down what it could potentially be, because there's that many candidates for what monsters it could be that, like I've just said, it actually isn't more than likely. They're just trying to throw us off, get us teleporting Mars when we don't need to. So that one must be going to Party in Spaces. We've gone over, so it can't be more, even though it literally looks so much like more. Maybe they've put that on there to throw us off. So the blue one, let's theorize on what that could be. So as I've gone over, these are going over in timeline order, I would predict. So therefore, the Party and Space one, the blue one right here, could either be Noggin, Potbelly or Stog. Now, that does not look like Stog at all. It doesn't look like Noggin, but it could potentially be Noggin. Now, the most likely candidate is Potbelly. Potbelly, because its head comes over its body, and it would be the most likely one to have an eye that pokes out like Prismatic Furcorn did. But as you know with Furcorn doesn't really have something that pokes up besides its leaf. So it could really be anyone, couldn't it? But if I had to predict, that's Potbelly. Therefore, Prismatic Potbelly will be coming next. Then next up, we have the petal-like one. This one is going to Party and Cave. So as we've gone over, it must either be Kana, Quibble or Mammoth. So this doesn't look like Kana at all to me. So it could either be Quibble or Mammoth. It's hard to say which one of these two it could be, but again, once we've gone over everything, I think we can perhaps break down what that could potentially be. Then we have the tongue. Now, the tongue is for a Party in Space one. It could either be Stog or Noggin or Potbelly, but I think Potbelly is the blue one as we've gone over earlier, so the tongue I do not think is Potbelly. It wouldn't really fit with the design either, and I really think the eye is Potbelly, the first one as we've gone over. I think the third one is Noggin. It could be Stog though, potentially, but to me that looks like it's going to be Noggin because it could flow out of the mouth much more better, and it's quite big. Now, I know the size proportions on the loading screen may not be 100% accurate, but the thing is, if you look at Prismatic Tweedle, it sort of matches up the size of it, and I feel like the tongue could be really big with Noggin, but it couldn't be for Stog, so it would have to be quite small, and therefore, I think that's Noggin. So then, I know that was a long-winded discussion, but now we have worked out which prismatics are coming next. So, if all of the theories line up that I have made in this video, then it will be Prismatic Potbelly next, followed by Prismatic Quibble or Mammoth, followed by Prismatic Noggin. And because all of these on the loading screen are single elements, that therefore means that Mammoth is the most likely candidate out of every single one on the loading screen. So therefore, I am going to say to you guys, oh hey, go and teleport Prismatic Quibbles after. So I am going to go over now what I would advise to you guys on what monsters I would teleport over so you guys can be ready for the next Prismatics. So first of all, I want you guys to teleport 6 Potbellies to both Space Island and Party Island. Prioritise Space Island and do them first over Party Island. Then teleport Prismatic Mammoth to Cave Island, and prioritise Cave Island, then teleport to Party Island. And then hopefully if you get the time, you will be able to teleport Prismatic Quibble to both Cave Island and Party Island. Prioritise Cave Island, just in case the second Prismatic to come is going to be Prismatic Quibble, because it could be, as we've gone over. And then I want you guys to teleport Noggin to Space Island, prioritise that, then Party Island, and get 6 of each. So 6 Quibbles on Cave Island, 6 Mammoths on Party Island, 6 Mammoths on Cave Island, you know, 6 on everyone that I have gone through. I have put a guide on the screen now, so screenshot this, put it as your wallpaper, make sure you know which monsters you need to teleport. And now let's go over and predict the release of the Prismatics. So we have worked out the next 3 Prismatics potentially. It could be any of the candidates I have mentioned, but I would advise you guys to follow my table because I do feel quite confident in my theory because the other monsters don't align with the other teasers on the loading screen for the candidates we did mention for both candidate 1, candidate 2 and candidate 3. So the release of these, I would predict that because a Dawn of Fire update comes every 2 months, and that means therefore we will have about 8 weeks, I would predict that a prismatic monster is going to come every 2 weeks or so. Therefore, that means the next prismatic will come around the 13th of February, as Prismatic Tweedle released on the 30th of January. Then the second will come on the 27th, and the third will come on the 12th of March. And then 2 weeks after the 12th of March, around the 26th, we will receive a brand new Dawn of Fire update just to give us some more prismatics, because it will be 2 months since the update was released, and as we know, Dawn of Fire updates typically come every 2 months. So I believe we've predicted both the release date and prismatics. Make sure to go and screenshot the image and teleport them over if you want prismatics, guys. I hope that has helped. I will see you all later. Stay tuned for more videos. I will see you later, guys. Bye. Okay, so just before we go, I've just realised something. I just wanted to point something out. So on the actual update loading thing, you can see that some prismatics are teased. Now, these prismatics aren't in the actual update that we have now, I do believe. I think some of these are monsters that we are going to be seeing later. As if you look to the side, there is 2 prismatics there that are going to be going to Cloud Island, and we know that no more are coming to Cloud Island in this update. And then to the right, we see 2 that are going to be going to Cave Island because Cave Island is there. We know that the petal-like one is going to be going to Cave Island as we've been over, but the other one is not in the update. There's only one coming and it's not on the loading screen and stuff, so it's not going to be that. I'm not going to go into these right here, but what I am going to point out is that the petals that we were on about are next to Cave Island, so our theory is lining up so well. Here are some edits I have made also behind what the prismatics could potentially look like that are going to be coming. So here is one for Prismatic Quibble, Prismatic Mammoth, Prismatic Noggin, and Prismatic Potbelly. So them are some cool edits I think I made. I mean, the Noggin one is a bit off. I wasn't sure how to fit it in the mouth properly. You can't really do it, to be honest. You have to have the proper assets to be able to do that, and we've only got a part of the tongue, so it was quite hard for me to do it. Anyway, also, before we go, make sure to screenshot the guide. It's up now. Make sure to put it as your wallpaper, whatever you want, as I've mentioned. Just make sure to do that, and then you'll know which prismatics to teleport next. I will see you later, everyone. Bye!